Yo, everybody, how you guys doing? Back at it once again. Favorite entrepreneur, your boy, official Tyree Samuels. So today we're actually going to be transitioning a little bit. So normally we talk about the foreign exchange market, aka Forex, but today we're actually going to be, talking about something that's similar, but also 100% different in its own right. That's actually going to be the binary options market. So you guys maybe, aren't comfortable with the hours and days and sometimes weeks it may take to see these profits in the foreign exchange market. What if you were to be able to transition and start to see those same gains in 3 to 5 minutes, right? So that's what we're actually going to talk about today in today's video. I'll see you guys on the next clip. Peace. Yo, everybody, how you guys doing? Back at it once again. Favorite entrepreneur, your boy, official Tyree Samuels. So before y'all go any further, make sure y'all go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you guys can stay up to date with all the notifications of all the videos every single time I drop them. Now, today, I told you guys we're actually going to be switching it up and talking about the binary options market. So first things first, guys, make sure that you guys are always starting off on IM.center. You want to be able to go ahead and go to Go Live to log in, right? Whenever you go to Go Live, always make sure you guys start off on the Forex Basics tutorial so that you guys know exactly how to maneuver through the website. And the biggest thing I want to touch basis on is if you guys look at this top 5 featured sessions, I want you to notice 4 out of the 5 educators are actually binary options traders. Okay. Now, 2 of these educators are going to be 2 of the people we're actually going to be touching basis on today that are going to go over the strategy that's going to help you guys become consistently profitable, right? Now, the channel that you guys actually want to be able to select is going to be the HFX Academy. So if I go click on HFX Academy, you can see how many different educators that you guys are going to have access to, right? Now, the thing that I want to focus on is who are the educators that we're going to look at. So everybody has a schedule, Sunday to Saturday, and they're basically going to have a set schedule unless they update it. But if they update it, it's going to be set. It's not going to alternate from week to week. So I want you to write down these 3 different individuals. Okay. The first people that you want to be able to touch bases with is going to be Dr. Josh Lee and Brandon Boyd. Okay. The second is going to be Taylor Marks right here. And then the third and final is going to be Matthew Thayer. Now, the individual that you guys want to be able to start on is going to be Matthew Thayer. FYI, every Sunday, Matthew Thayer and Taylor Marks have a beginner session. You guys might want to tap into that, okay? Now, with Matthew Thayer, you want to go straight to his favorite sessions. You want to be able to focus on the most recent video that talks about an explanation of what Cashtrap is. And from here, you can watch, a couple. Most of these are going to be very, very similar. So if you watch 1 or 2, you should be good. After that, you definitely want to start diving into his live trading sessions because that's how you're going to get, the real-time experience. Now, after you tapped into Matthew Thayer's favorite sessions, the next thing I want you to do is go to Dr. Josh Lee and Brandon Boyd, okay? Whenever you go to Dr. Josh Lee and Brandon Boyd, you want to be able to scroll down, go to the favorite sessions, and look at how many different Cashtrap videos they actually have going into a little bit more detail. That's definitely going to help you guys be able to take your trading to a whole nother level. So that's where you guys actually want to start off at. Where you guys actually want to migrate to is whenever you finish, with that information, you want to go back to IM.center. You actually want to locate where it says strategies. And then after you locate where it says strategies, you actually want to come down here. You want to select where it says HFX Academy. And then you want to go to Hourglass. Whenever you click on this, it will pull up your Hourglass. Okay. Now, for anybody that's new and you have no idea what you're looking at, trust me, it is okay. Now, for the most part, what you guys are looking at with, all these different colors and, lines and letters and different things going on, these are going to be what's called indicators. So the only thing that an indicator is going to serve to us as help in the market so that we can see whenever a good setup is happening. Okay. You don't have to use indicators, but they definitely allow your trading in a lot of different situations to be a lot smoother, especially for beginners. So these indicators and these lines are going to help us see the market to where we know whenever it's a good idea to take a trade and when it's a good idea to pass on a trade. Okay. And this strategy is actually going to be called Cashtrap. So Cashtrap was actually created by Matthew Thayer, the individual who I spoke on from the Go Live platform. And he's giving all of us access to it. So what I'm actually going to teach you guys is a simple way to be able to come in, learn a strategy, and, start taking advantage of the trade ideas ASAP. So the first thing that we want to take advantage of is I'm actually double click so I can get rid of this because I want you guys' attention to be right here. So the first thing we're actually going to be touching basis on is going to be the arrows. Okay. So I'm actually going to pull up this PDF so you guys can see it. If you guys want access to this PDF, definitely make sure you go ahead and message me at Instagram, official Tyree Samuels, and just let me know that you want the Cashtrap PDF, okay? So the Cashtrap system is going to be based off of points. You want to be able to get 5+ points to be able to take the best trade. And each one of these indicators is going to serve as an added point. So the first point is always going to come from an arrow. Now, whenever you're looking to take an arrow, it's either going to be pointing up and it's going to be the color green, as you see here, or it's going to be pointing down and it's going to be the color red, right? If you see a green arrow in an uptrending market, right, meaning that the market is going up, you want to be able to take that buying opportunity, or in binary options, it'll be referred to as a call, okay? If you see a downtrend or you see the market going down, if you see that they're calling out a down red arrow, you would like to take that, or it's also referenced as a put. So you'd like to take a call for uptrending, or you like to take a put for a downtrend, right? If the market is in consolidation, you can actually take an arrow in either direction. Now I'm gonna give you guys a visual representation of what that would actually look like. So if you guys are seeing the market go up, continue going up, you want to be looking for all green up arrows. If they're calling down arrows in an uptrending market, you need to know, hey, I'm not going to take that because this doesn't make sense. If I see the market going down, I don't want to see an up green arrow. I want to see a down red arrow because I know that the market is trending down and I want to take that put. If I see the market consolidating, which means it's basically just going sideways, I can actually take an arrow in either direction and not feel like I'm going against the trend, right? So this is what the market is going to look like when it's actually trending in an uptrend. You're going to see the market reject off of what's called a resistance level. A resistance basically acts like a ceiling. So if you were to jump in the air and hit your head on the ceiling, you're eventually going to come back down. That's similar to what the market is going to do. It's going to go up, hit a ceiling, come back down, hit what's called a support, which is basically like a floor, and then it's going to go back up. So every time you see the market hit a support, that's when you want to be looking for an opportunity to take an up green arrow. Now, vice versa in a downtrend, you want to see the market hit a resistance to then continue going down. So every time you see the market hit a resistance, you want to be able to look for a down red arrow. Okay. So if we actually look at this chart, these are going to be examples that can help us identify the overall trend of the market. And now I'm about to actually go into a few more of these indicators so you guys know exactly how to be able to utilize these. So you can't see the arrows right now because the market is closed. So an example that you guys would be able to see is if you go, tap into the Go Live videos, so where you can see the real market that was pre-recorded. So if the market was live, you guys would see an arrow, but as of right now, we don't. So that's cool. Whenever the market opens, you will clearly be able to see a down red arrow, a green up arrow. Now, the next things I want to start breaking down is going to be the indicator. So these red lines that you guys see above price, 1, 2, 3 different red lines that intermingle. You also have these blue lines under price. Red lines up here, blue lines below. These are going to be called Bollinger Bands, okay? Now, the purpose of a Bollinger Band is going to be like a support and a resistance, okay? So whenever you see the market hit the red Bollinger Band, you would like to see down red arrows, okay? Whenever you see the market hit the blue Bollinger Band, you would like to see up green arrows, okay? So red Bollinger Band, you want red arrows. Blue or green Bollinger Band, you want green arrows, okay? So the next thing that you guys want to be able to focus on is going to be the support and resistance line. So remember, every single thing we're mentioning counts as a point. So the arrow is 1 point. The Bollinger Bands are 2 points. This can be a possible third point, which are going to be the support and resistance lines. So if you see these green lines that are underneath price that I'm circling, these are going to be your support lines. If you see these red lines above price, these are going to act as your resistance lines. So if we actually go back to this picture, remember, in an uptrend, you want to see the market hitting the support before you buy it. In a downtrend, you want to see the market hitting the resistance before you sell it. So it's actually showing you guys, whenever you see the market hit the red or green line, depending on what trend it's in, you guys can be looking for that arrow to continue taking it in that direction. So that'll be a possible 3 points so far. Now, where can a fourth possible point come from? Okay. Now, the fourth possible point is actually going to come from something called the alert panel. Okay. Now, the alert panel, which you guys also are not able to see right now because the market is closed, we actually have a picture that you guys can look at. So with the alert panel, it's going to tell you exactly what currency pair. It's also going to tell you, are you looking to take a call or a put, which is an up green arrow or down red arrow? And then it's going to give you something that's going to count towards your points, which is your currency strength meter. Okay. So if I actually show you guys where they have it circled, it's going to be numbers there. Okay. These numbers are going to let you know what is the overall strength or weakness of the currency pair. So if you get a currency pair that the first currency at the top has a number that is smaller than the currency pair at the bottom, that means that this is weaker. Okay. If you want to have a currency pair for a call opportunity, you want to be able to have that first currency be stronger. So if you're looking to take an up arrow and you have the first currency as the stronger of the two, that is good. If you're looking to take a down arrow, you want to be able to have the bottom currency be the stronger of the two. Okay. So up arrow, you want to have the first currency be the stronger of the two. The down arrow, you want to have the second currency be the stronger of the two. Now that puts you at a possibility for 4 points. Okay. That's 4 possible points that you can get, right? 4 possible points that you can get. And this is actually going to be our point system. So now that I've actually walked you guys through the first ones, now we're going to finish it off with the final ways to get points. So as you guys can see, there's actually 3 different types of trades you can take: a good one, a better one, and a great one. If you know that a great one is 5+ points, you probably want to stick to taking the great ones. Okay. Now, with the call option, right? If you're looking for a good trade to take, a better or a best trade, here are how the points work, right? So we discussed 1 point can come from an arrow. All right. Another point can come from the currency strength meter, which I just explained. You can have a third point come from the Bollinger Bands. You can have a fourth point come from the support line. Now, these last 3 points are what we're about to go back. We're actually going to double click and we're going to select these 3 indicators at the bottom so you guys can see where we can get our final points from. So these final points are going to come from the DMI, the RSI, and the stochastic. So let's focus on the DMI indicator, which is going to be this one right here. I'm going to just make it bigger. So if you guys notice this, you have red S's at the top, you have green B's at the bottom. I'm going to give you guys a tip, okay? If you see a red S, all right, if you guys see a red S, you want to look for down red arrows. If you see a green B, you want to look for up green arrows, okay? That's going to be a 5th opportunity for a point. So up until this point, if you've already gotten 5 points up into this area, that's already a best trade, right? Now, there's 2 more points that you can get, because keep in mind, all these points may not add up. So you have 7 different opportunities to always get 5+ points. You may even get 7 points altogether, okay? So the next 2 are going to be the RSI and the stochastic, which are going to be these 2 indicators right here. Now, this is really, really simple, okay? If you ever have the market get above these red lines, okay, and then cross back down, you want to look for down red arrows. What do I mean? Notice how the market came above. Notice how the market came above these red lines, right? Notice how the market came above these red lines, and then it ended up crossing back down, okay? So that's essentially what you want to be able to see. You want to see the market come above this red line and then cross back down. That's whenever you would be looking for a down red arrow as well. Okay. Now, vice versa. If you see that the market comes below these blue lines and then crosses back up, you want to look for up green arrows. Okay. So remember, the market comes above the red and crosses down, you want to look for down red arrows. If it comes below the blue and crosses up, you want to look for up green arrows, okay? And preferably you would like both of these indicators to be doing the same thing at the same time. If only one of them is doing it and the other one is not, that may be an indication you might want to hold off because that trade may not be ready yet. And with that being said, a sell example is going to act the exact same way. Everything is just going to be in the opposite direction. So instead of everything being green, everything is going to be red. So these are also really color coded, so you guys actually are able to, you know, see it in a more simple fashion. If you're looking at all red, look for a down red arrow. If you're looking at all green, look for an up green arrow. And with that being said, guys, the only other thing that you really need to be able to do is wait for the market to open, right? You're going to be able to see the alert panel. You're going to see the arrows. And the best part is I didn't actually tell you guys that every time they give you an arrow up or down, it's going to actually help you out and tell you how many points it actually is. So for new people that don't remember, you're having a hard time adding up all these points, all you have to do is every time you see an arrow, it's going to say, hey, this is a 4-point, 5-point, or 6-point trade. And all you would have to do is decide if you want to be able to take a good trade, a better trade, or the best trade. 3 points, 4 points, and 5 points. And from that point, you just want to be able to make sure you guys learn effectively how to be able to use proper risk management, which I'll also do a separate video for that. And then moving forward, just make sure you tap into the live trading sessions, right? Make sure you're proactive, and then, you know, just make sure you put in the effort. So with that being said, guys, if you guys enjoyed this video, let me get you to go ahead and tap on that subscribe button, because I want to be able to keep dropping content, but I need y'all to subscribe because I need people to watch it, okay? And the more that y'all watch it, the more content I'm gonna drop. Now, with that being said, I want you guys to like, comment, share the video for anybody that needs help with this new cash trap, with the best binary strategy on the market. And as usual, I'm gonna see you guys at the top, not from the top, because the bottom is way too crowded. See, you wouldn't want to be here. And I'll tap in with you guys on the next video. Peace.